Testicles, 1, 2, testicles. We back up in this thing.
Hello, hello, hello.
What it do?
What's going on, man?
What's good? What's good? We back.
I mean, I'm
We're live
sorry.
and direct.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Hey man, life comes up and we have to answer that call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I shouldn't have answered Jim's call then. I should have let that one keep ringing. But the other two calls I had to answer, that was my kid. But
That's
yeah,
what you gotta do.
the one that Jim called, I should have just kept that one ringing.
Well, that's you making time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? When Jim calls, you know what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
You know we're about to get frisky.
Yeah,
So that's all right. That's all right, man. How is Jimbo?
I'm not young enough to hang out with Jim anymore.
He's not younger than you.
He's older than me,
you.
But I'm
No, I know what you mean.
I'm older than him at heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't hang with that guy.
He's
But
a
no,
raging bull.
He's good. Yeah, he's good.
I ain't seen the boy in a little while.
He called me or texted me at like 5 o'clock this morning, telling me to come pick up. We got a blower rack sent to his house, and he told me to come pick it up. And I was like, dude, go to bed.
Yeah, dude.
And he was like, I can't because the couch ate his remote. And he sends me a picture at 5 o'clock in the morning with his couch tilted over with like a drill gun and his knife, all kinds of shit, trying to find his fucking trying to find his remote. I was like, how drunk are you right
It's
now?
that backwoods ingenuity.
And he was
right
like,
there.
I'm drunk. And he was like, I've been watching the same show for 24 hours. And he was like, I gotta find something else. And I was like, Jim, you're the most tech savvy person I've ever met in my life. I was like, download a remote onto your phone and sync it up to your TV and use that.
The dude was mining crypto not too long ago. He doesn't know how to get the remote out the couch. Jim, what are we doing, baby?
But he said he finally got it and finally got to watch something else on TV.
Good, man.
I was like, bro, just download a fucking remote on your phone and change that damn channel.
That's the most convenient
Because I know
thing.
You got a smart TV. I've been over there, and I was like, just do that.
The phone remote is elite for real. It's a pain in the ass sometimes because it's got a little lag compared to like a normal remote.
Yeah,
but it's gonna work.
But it's
as long
gonna
as you're on
work.
the same Wi-Fi.
But I guess he's not that tech savvy to download it.
It's like he picks and chooses. He's good. He's good at when it comes to computers. He's good at what he feels like.
He's good at computers, but evidently not a remote to a phone. But other than that, I've been good, man. Just working, trying
nonstop,
trying not to die in this heat mowing.
What happened,
bro? We went from like 80s to straight hundreds.
Straight hundreds overnight,
bro. It's like humid hot too. Like on top of our hot, it's humid too.
You step out from inside to outside, you can feel the difference. It could be the same temperature, but you're gonna feel that humidity.
Dude, so that humidity is hitting you. And I don't know if you've ever been to Louisiana before.
No.
And I got family that's there, so I used to go to Louisiana all the time, Shreveport, Louisiana, and their humidity is unreal.
Really? Worse than ours?
Oh, dude, a million times worse than ours.
It don't get worse than ours,
dude. It gets a million times worse than ours. Like I went down there because my family, they got a bunch of family that lived there. And I went to a football camp down there, and they all called me Texas because I was from Texas. Yeah, and they're all from Louisiana and stuff over there. And bro, like we were just doing stretching. We're doing stretching before we did the camp or anything like that. And pouring in sweat, and they just kept saying, I have a visor on, everything. And I'm like,
dripping,
dude, like right after we got done stretching, I'm like, take this visor off. Like, I was like, I can't do it.
It's funny how other states will take somebody from out of state and just give them a nickname based on where they're from. I got a friend named Jack from California. I just call him Pussy. I'm just kidding, Jack. No, but people do that.
But yeah, they call me Texas, and dude, their humidity is unreal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like my mom just talked to him because it's her sister, my aunt, that lives there, and she was like, it was 96 there the other day. With 100% humidity.
100%.
100%.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. just means that fucking hot, that hot and humidity.
That
Like,
heat
dude,
is disrespectful.
it's like sticky too. Like
It
you walk
sucks the
outside,
air.
you walk outside and you're instantly like sticky. Like,
It sucks the air out of you. You're all muggy and just sticky. Your skin is just like glistening with
Yeah, dude.
sweat.
Like theirs is.
I hate being dirty. I'm filthy right now. I'm wearing work clothes.
Just got out of work.
I have a thin film of exterior just sweat from being outside for the last hour, and I can just feel it on me. I feel gross and muggy.
That's the one thing I hate about Texas, because like me, like I in Texas, you can go take a shower and instantly walk outside just to talk to your neighbor, or just talk to somebody, and just be pouring and sweating. Like, dude, now you got to go take a shower all over again.
The last couple of nights, I'll shower, I'll get out of the shower, and then I'm just walking around the house. I'm still dripping sweat.
Yes,
my body doesn't cool down because it's not cold in here like that. It's not as cold as it should be.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm cooler than I was in the shower, but I'm definitely sweating.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's getting to the point where you're gonna have to like finish the shower, like the last couple minutes of the shower, just straight cold water.
Cold water.
It's getting to that point.
I've been having to do that.
This heat is not okay, man. I hope we come out of it, but you know how these summers are.
Well, last year summer hasn't even hit for us yet, and we're already in the hundreds.
I feel like I've complained about this on the last couple of episodes, but last year we had 100+ days straight, just 100-degree temperature, just 100 degrees for 100 days straight. Cooking.
It's looking like that's how it's going to be again this year.
You're frying egg on the sidewalk. I don't like that at all. But then again, we don't get crazy weather storms like other people get. We had an earthquake not too long ago.
Did we?
Not here in town, but just outside.
Wasn't it like in like Snyder or Sweetwater or something like that? Okay,
I want to say it was Sweetwater.
I do remember that. Yeah, it was like a low grade one, but yeah,
crazy.
I do remember, and it was kind of weird because I felt a little bit of it at work, because like something like rattled, like if you felt like a little rattle, like what the hell was that?
Yeah,
you're like, maybe it was just because we live by Air Force Base,
right?
And so our businesses, and so I was like, oh, maybe it's just them flying over and something like that, because we do get that. And no, it was the earth. Like you felt a little bit of the grade of the earthquake all the way from like I think it was like Snyder, Sweetwater, or something.
What do they call that after the earthquake? That little bit of aftershock or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know the technical.
There's always like a little. It's always a big hit, and then a couple minutes later, just like a little rattle. Yeah, I feel like we get that a little bit. There's a tornado right outside of town.
I have been seeing those. I got a lot of family that was in Holly, and there was a bunch there.
Tore down whole houses out there.
Yeah, I was seeing,
a family of three,
like people like live on their Snapchat, just fucking like
watching the tornado out their windows,
out their back door, just like look.
Yeah,
like damn. I mean, I have seen tornadoes in real life in front of like at my parents. Me and my dad were outside, and my parents have land, and the neighbor's land right in front of us, there was 3 tornadoes right in front of us. You know, we just sitting there watching, just going.
3 tornadoes at once?
3 tornadoes, dude. It was wild.
If 3 tornadoes hit your city at once, God hates you, bro. There's no getting over that.
It was just, you're done. Well, luckily it was just a big open field, so there was nothing in that field. But yeah, there was just 3 tornadoes just going down that field. Just if there was anything there, yeah, they were getting fucked.
Seems like the majority of land outside of town is just plains. You drive out of town and anywhere, it's just flat land.
Man, it's crazy. Like, because my parents, they live, I can't really say the country anymore. Like, they used to be out in the country. I mean, they still got their land and a barn and everything like that. But so much, because they live out there close to Walmart and stuff, and like all that shit is just moving further out there. I was telling my dad, I was like, we're all talking after we got done working, because he came and worked with me the other day.
Your dad did?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'll talk about that in just a sec. But when we got done working, I was like, man, I was just looking, and I was like, dude, like, y'all ain't gonna be out in the country much longer, Dad. I was like, because there was a person that had land that's a little further down, and he's selling their land. My dad was telling me for 10 acres, $100,000 for 10 acres.
Why does that sound cheap?
I mean, that's $10,000 an acre.
I mean, in retrospect, it's not that cheap, but for land, I mean, I don't know.
Just for an open field, like you're not getting no trees.
Oh, no
you're
house,
not getting
no like house built on top of it.
Nothing. Just
that's
the land.
Crazy.
10 acres of just open land. I mean, you can farm on it, of course, but like it's just farmed land. That's all it was. It's just an open field, like you can see from fucking miles.
If their neighbors are selling and they hold out, doesn't that give them more leverage though?
mean, it's a
They could end up with some more
It is,
money.
but I was just like, it's like, fuck, dude. Like,
10,000 an acre.
that's
is
what I told him, and I
wild.
was like, and if that dude is selling up because he's got hundreds of acres, I was like, if he sells, I mean, 10
Yeah.
lots, I mean, that's 100 acres out there. I was like, that's what I'm telling you, Dad. I was like, you ain't gonna be out in the country much longer, dude.
No,
I was like,
you're
they're
gonna get
coming.
bought out, dude. They're gonna.
But no, yeah, he did come and work with me yesterday.
What was that like?
And I did.
What was it like,
bro? Mowing in the heat is not for that old man anymore. He's been telling me, he's like, and I've been kind of putting it off. He's been like, dude, let me come work with you. Let me come work with you. And I'm like, dude, like, I should have let him do it beforehand. And I picked now to like, I'm like, okay, yeah, you can come do me, help me. And I was like, bro. So we get throughout all the day, and I have their house last. I was like, I'll save you for last so I can take you home after we're done.
Yeah.
So this dude, my parents, they got a bar ditch. And then like where you pull into their driveway, there's one side of it that holds a lot of water, and it's got a big old dip in it. Well, this fucker, I'm cussing for sure on this one.
That's all right. We're back.
Dude, he tries to cut as close as possible to this and sinks one of my sides of my mower into this
of your ride mower,
so,
of your zero turn.
My stand on. I got two. I just bought another. I bought Saturday. I just got a new one Saturday, and he's on my old stand on. I mean, it's less than a year old, but he sunk one of the sides, and so my deal is just I honestly have no idea how it just did not tip over into this water. And he like runs over to me while I'm cutting the other part because they have like 2 acres.
Yeah.
And so he runs over there to me, and he was like, hey. He's like, I need you. So I'm like riding my mower all the way over there, and I see my mower. Like, dude, if there was a gust of wind, just a little bit, I don't know how it did not tip over. I guess because that tire was so sunk into that mud, because then like it's deep, dude. Like it's deep. Like I'm 6'2", and it'd probably go to my waist, like how deep this little part is. And I was like, dude, what the hell? So why would you get so close? I was like, I got a weed eater for a reason. Like,
yeah.
I was like, you don't have to get that close, dude. I was like, all right, so we got it pulled out and everything like that. Well, yesterday, I'm like, we get to our first yard.
Well, did you have to tag team it to pull it out?
No, I had to go get my truck.
You had to get your truck and tie a rope around it?
I had to get my truck because I got my chain and hooked it up to my big mower, my 52-inch that I just bought brand new. Got it Saturday. And hooked up to that, and I couldn't even budge it, dude. Couldn't even budge it. So I had to go and get my truck and got it out with my truck. So first yard yesterday, where we were got there, and I was like, put my headphones in. He was like, hey, you got any more headphones? And I was like, yeah, I got some headphones. Gave him my AirPod Pros.
Yeah.
And I was like, here, you can use these. And showed him how to sync them up. We're at his house again too. This all happened at his house. He comes up to me, and he was like, dude, I lost one of your earbuds.
Oh my God.
I was like, dude,
what are you
like
doing to me?
sunk my mower that I had to pull out, and then you're gonna go lose one of my Apple AirPod Pros headphones.
My God. He lost it in the yard.
He lost it
dropped in the yard.
Somewhere in 2 acres. It's out there.
Good Lord. Dude, what about Find My app? What about you didn't try doing Find My app?
I have it, but you just see the dot. Like
but it beeps. It beeps though.
I mean, I didn't think about that. I'd have to go back out there.
You never found it?
No, I did not.
Oh my God.
No, I did not. He was like, my bad. I was like, bro.
You're bad.
I was like, dude, like,
no, you are bad at this.
I didn't say
You're not
that.
gonna do it anymore.
I was like, bro, like, I was like, you almost sunk my mower, and then you lost one of my AirPods. I was like, dude, what in the hell? And he's like, gives it back to me, like the case and with the one headphone. I was like, no, just keep it, bro. I don't need it now. I was gonna say, I don't need one.
Oh my God.
I don't need one. Luckily, I have my Bose headphones.
You can do a lot with one. Don't let me lie. You can do a lot with one. I'm thugging it out right now with one headphone. I'm thugging it out with one AirPod right now, and dude, it ain't even pros.
I told him, I was like, yeah, just
maybe not when you're mowing.
I was like, keep it inside, and I'll probably just get like on eBay or like Amazon or something and see if I can just buy one. Let's just see if I can just buy one.
It is funny when a parent fucks up something for their kid.
Or talk to Juan and see if they have any broken ones at any of the stores and just see. Hopefully, it's I think it's the left ear he lost.
It is kind of hilarious when a parent fucks something up, especially when it's really expensive and it belongs to their kid, because it's almost like they're not really gonna say sorry because they don't really feel like they owe you anything because like they paid for your whole life.
Yeah,
but.
I'm sure you know what you fucked up in 33 years.
Exactly. He doesn't. You don't ever get the real apology that something like that deserves. You only get like, well,
he was like, my bad.
Should have.
That's always my bad.
Yeah.
Shrug, my bad.
Yeah.
Like,
he pulled your ass out of the fire for the first 20 years of your life. So now he gets to sink your fucking riding mower and lose your AirPods. Way to go, Dad.
I was like, dude, and I mean,
it's hilarious.
At least the mower part was at his house, not a customer's house.
Oh, true.
So like that's the one thing that I was okay about.
How long did it take you to fish it out of the water?
Not long at all. It wasn't in the water. It was almost
wedged
into the water. Like it was wedged into the mud because he got so damn close. And I don't know how it didn't fall into the water, but yeah,
that's crazy.
Fucking parents, dude.
What happened after that? You're on the way to say something. I interrupted you. You said after that y'all finished the yard. You're going
well after that. I mean, that's when we started talking about how he wasn't going to be out in the country anymore.
That.
But yeah, I don't think mowing's for him, man.
When you reach a certain age, man, it's not. Especially in this heat.
Well, he's been going crazy because he's retired now. He just retired. Probably he's 60 something. I don't remember how old. I mean, old enough to retire.
He's been dead. My whole life.
He's old. He's old enough to retire.
His birthday is like June or December.
I do know when his birthday is. I do know when his birthday is. I think he's like 64, 65. But he's retired now, and so he's going crazy sitting at home. He's like, I can only do so much at home.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I want to come help you. I want to come help you. I was like, all right, well, one time you come and help
First and last.
I was like, oh, yeah.
Thanks for the help. You going to help me buy a new mower?
Yeah.
Have you tried that mower since?
Oh, yeah.
Is there damage?
No. There wasn't damage. It was just sunk into the mud, the tire was, and everything like that. But, yeah, there was no damage. I mean, we finished mowing after that. Like, we weren't done when he sunk it, but we finished mowing and everything like that. But yeah, I might just about the only thing he's gonna be able to do now is just watch my kid when I need it. Like, can I come help you? I'm like, hey, no, how about you just watch my kid? It's summertime now.
Yeah, so, babysit.
Yeah, you can babysit. Yeah,
do the grandparent thing. You're retired now. Just sit at home with my kid. Let me work. With him. Yeah, dude.
Like, that's work for you. He'll keep you busy.
That sucks, man. I remember my dad used to let us use his mower. It was like the community mower. We all used to try.
Your dad came into the shop the other day.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
I bet his ass didn't buy a thing.
He calls you by something else.
Jay.
Yeah, he did call you. I was about to say. I think it was. I was literally about to say Jay.
He forgets.
I think it's like.
Or he'll remember and be like Malcolm.
He'd say
Malcolm
Jay.
here.
Why does he call his?
I went by Jay as a kid. Both my parents, my whole family calls me Jay.
Okay.
What's my middle name? I went by my middle name for the first 10 or 11 years of my life until I saw my birth certificate and realized my first name is Malcolm, not Julian. So they all called me Jay all my life, and they just stuck.
Oh gosh, dude, it's kind of like one of my cousins. Like, we all call him Clayton, but we called him that growing up our whole life.
Yeah.
But now he goes by Terry because that's his first name. It's Terry
really?
Clayton, and everybody calls him that. He was like, I went hunting with him one day, and they were like, "Hey, Terry," and I was like, "I'm looking for his dad because that's his dad's name."
Yeah.
We've always called his dad that, and I've never called him Clayton. Terry.
Did he wait till he was like? In his 30s?
Dude, he waited till he was out of high school and everything.
Like, damn.
Dude, like
who cares after that?
Dude, that's what I was like.
When I was 10, I was like, yeah,
well, when he went to, I guess, the business that he's at, he's been there for a long time, and they call him Terry there. They don't call him by Clayton because that's his first name. So yeah, I was like, dude, no, you're Clayton.
Yeah.
I was like, you're Clayton, dude. Not Terry.
It's weird. Your
dad's
man.
Terry, not
Names
you.
are kind of up in the air. You can kind of choose.
Pretty much. You're in the day and time now. Like, yeah, like that's like some people will be like, that's what I'm saying. It'd be like Jay, and like,
oh, they found me.
They found me.
No, I'm just kidding.
Good old north side.
Yeah.
Good old north side.
Yeah, I used to work for a guy with a pseudonym.
But dude, yeah, like we get people all the time and man, about names. So I gave an interview the other day.
Oh, nice.
And so the girl, well, her name was Braxton. And this was a girl. I had 2 interviews set up. One was Braxton, and the other one was Jennifer. So they're like,
Jennifer was a boy.
they didn't show up.
Oh.
That's what I get all the time. They don't show up. And so I walk out and I see it's a girl, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Jennifer." She's like, "I'm Braxton." I was like,
My bad.
"My bad." I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I was like, "Well, you clearly know that I got another interview set up
Yeah.
after this."
You got
I
some
was like,
competition. I hope.
you do got some competition, but
That's
dude,
funny.
yes, Braxton.
I wouldn't expect Braxton
as a girl.
I mean, Tony Braxton, but her first name's Tony. Her last name's Braxton.
I mean, those are 2 boys' names too, Tony and
Not
I
with
mean,
an I.
It
had
was
an
about
I
to say
at the
it had
end.
an I. I was about to say I do. I was like, I
Ambiguous.
was about to say I did take that back. I was like,
There's a couple ambiguous names.
I've been hearing a lot of girls' names that are Tony.
Jesse, Taylor, Tony. I have a niece named Corey. Cori.
I do know some Corys. I do know, but hers is with a K.
Braxton is?
No, Corey.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
No,
my niece is too.
Say it's with a K
I was like,
instead of a C.
Braxton with a K?
No,
Is it silent?
no. It's silent. But no, I was like, but no, it's fucking weird. Like, there's so many guys' names that are girls that go with girls.
Well, they always say, you only get one chance to make a first impression, and they say that a person can tell whether or not they're going to like a person within the first 5 seconds of meeting them. So the first thing you walk up and say to this new hire, potential new hire,
I did hire.
is the wrong name. Oh,
I
good.
did hire.
You called her the wrong name. At least give her the fucking job, dude.
I was like, yeah, I did give her the job. She did come in and she did good with the interview.
Good.
And it was a small world because we found out like she knows a lot of my family.
Oh, badass.
So because
that can be good.
Well, she's from a little small town called Holly.
Oh,
and I got a lot of family out there, so she knew a lot of them because my nephew goes out there. Well, did go out there. My niece does. And so like I was like, Dad name dropped him, and she was like, "Oh yeah," she's like, "I'm blah blah." So
you're gonna be like the good guy when she gets hired on, and like people get fed up with the fact that she's slow as fuck because she doesn't know what she's gonna be like, Colton, hey Colton, how do we do this?
No,
that's what it's gonna be.
Like whoever trained you, it's their fault.
It's on them.
I just hired you.
Yeah,
no, that's the thing now, dude. It's so fucking hard to keep people.
Oh my god, nobody wants to work.
90% of them don't show up for the interview.
Yeah, I've been training to do the past couple of weeks. Today was the first day he called in, and I don't know. I kind of almost blame myself. He's been doing well, but I almost blame myself because I was like, yeah, dude, they don't really mind. I mean, as long as you let them know ahead of time, they're not gonna trip. But it wasn't like the day before. It wasn't yesterday that I told him this. It was, when he first got on, I was like, this is how we do things. If you need a day off, they're not real hard pressed about it. Just let them know. So I waited a couple months at least.
Yeah.
He's probably been here a solid month or more. This is probably like week 4 or 5, I'd call it. So it's about that time. But
it's about that time
to start calling in and fucking off.
Do y'all get sick days?
No, not even, dude. Not even.
So
no sick days, no vacation.
If you're not there,
we get a vacation. They don't dock us. Oh, okay. And I don't want to jinx this. If anybody sees this, I'm not just trying to brag here, but yeah, I've missed 2 days now, and they as long as you let them know, they'll be like, okay, fill out one of those colorful sheets to let us know what time you left and whatever. But they never dock me. They don't, as far as I know, they've never docked anyone.
Yeah.
As long as you let them know.
It's a good company.
Yeah, dude. Shit, our purchasing manager took a week out because he had stomach pain. They didn't dock him. Yeah. So it's legit, man. But it's hard with a new hire, man.
It's hard to find good companies.
It's hard to find good companies that'll treat you right, and it's hard to find people that'll work for the company and not like be
looking
for a way out.
I can say about our owner is great.
Oh, dude, he's the best.
He's one of the best.
I respect the shit out of somebody who's there every day. Somebody who's there every day working shoulder to shoulder with you.
He does work hard.
Like he bleeds for his shit.
Yeah, like he works hard for his company. And
he really does.
And he's definitely made a huge name for his. He runs his town, dude. He runs his town for sure.
Yeah, dude.
I'm trying to get on his level with my business. Like I'm trying to run this town.
Absolutely.
I want to be on his level. So,
but dude, the work doesn't stop though. Look at him. Look at him, dude. He doesn't stop.
It's the same way with me. Like the work
hyper fixed on every detail.
Never stops.
But that's how you have to be, man. That's good,
yeah. If you want to be great, it never stops.
Absolutely.
I have learned that with the business. Like the grind never stops, no matter when. Even if you're off, like there's always something.
Well, it doesn't suck. It's great to have business, to have people come into your business. Yeah. It sucks that you don't have the opportunity to be like, dude, I'm not feeling this today. I'm exhausted. I fucking broke my toe yesterday. No, you are the head and the face. You are it. So it has to be you.
You're there.
You have to be in it.
And then like the new generation, the Gen Z, they just don't have that mindset.
We've talked about Gen Z before.
I know, but it always comes back.
There's a new one now. Gen Z is over. Now we're on to Gen Alpha. That's what this new young generation is.
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha. Isn't that crazy?
So
we're out of alphabet letters.
We're out of
alphabet letters. Now
what are they? What years is that now?
I guess they would have to be like between.
We're looking this up.
I guess they would have to be between like 16 and 18 now. So what is that? 2007, 8? If you were born around 2010. If you're because we're early 90s. So we're Gen
2010 to 2024.
Okay, so all the 14-year-olds.
14-year-olds
are Gen Alpha. And then 2020 to 2035 or whatever is going to be Gen Beta. We're just going to go down all the alpha codes. Alpha, beta.
Gen Z is 97 to 2012.
Really?
Yep.
But think about it. If you were born in 2012, you're still Gen Z. You're only 12 years old right now.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird.
But how does that work out? Because Gen Alpha is 2010 to 2024.
It's like those 2 years, you're like a weird mix of in between. That's so weird. I guess it just comes down to how you act and what generation you identify with. I feel like it would have been pretty easy for us to get on with the 80s babies and be like depressed head cases, like all the fucking 80s babies. But us, early to mid 90s kids we're kind of hardworking and we're good parents. I don't know what the fuck happened to Gen Z.
I guess
I like Gen Z. They're creative and they really don't let shit die.
Another thing, or a deal that I'm seeing, like a bracket wise, it says the silent generation is 1925 to 1945. Baby boomers are 1946 to 1964. Gen X is 1965 to 1979. Millenniums is 1980 to 1994. Gen Z is 95 to 2009. And then Alpha is 2010 to present.
Millennials, Gen Y, millennials. I always want to say Gen Y. Millennials.
Yeah, millennials.
That's weird. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. But I don't believe in like astrology or any bullshit like that, but there's something about generational gaps that you really see a difference in people. Mm-hmm. Especially when you think of like Gen X and shit and dudes born in the 60s opposed to dudes born in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like there's a vast difference in what you value, in your work capability, your mental health, just on average. Not that every single person isn't different, but just on average. A lot of these people born around these same times think alike.
Yeah. No, I grew up on like you worked for what you wanted.
100%. And it's a regional thing too, just like that, right? You work for what you want because we're from where we're from.
Yeah.
Regardless when we were born. My parents were born at a different time, but they think the exact same way.
And I grew up from a family that we really didn't have a whole lot. So whatever you wanted, you worked for that. Mm-hmm. And that's how my grandparents were. My grandparents, he had his own business, so he had money. But he always made you work for what you wanted. If you wanted something done, he would help you. Like if I ever had any mechanic problems, like I do know a lot about mechanicking now, but like when I was younger, like he would come out there and like, oh, if I need to, let's just say I know how to do them now, but like my brakes, like he's like, I didn't know how to do my brakes. Like he would be right there and be like, okay, you need to do this, take that off. You need to do that, take that off. I never did it for me, made me do it.
But he'd at least point you in the right direction.
He would
walk you
and dude,
through
my
it.
grandpa, dude, he was like one of the smartest mechanics I've ever met a day in my life.
Yeah.
Like the dude just had like a photographic memory. He'd be like, I'd be underneath it and he's going to be like, oh, to your right, to the very top, back to this, dude, there's going to be a bolt right there. You need to take that out. I'm like, dude, like, how do you even, like, dude, yeah.
It's like muscle memory of the brain.
Yes.
He can see it because he's done it so many times.
He don't even have to be there. Like, you can call him on the phone and be like, oh, it's going to be like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like, dude, it's crazy.
You can't buy that.
Dude,
You can't buy that.
And there'd be like so many mechanic shops here in town, like big companies that would call my grandpa and be like, hey, how do you do this? And he would sit there and have to tell him how to do it. Like, dude, just so damn smart when he came to mechanicking.
That kind of experience, you only get that hands on.
Dude, yes. And dude, that's what, and that's why my cousin Scotty, dude, he's so good at that. Like,
yeah, he's a bit of a wizard too with
dude. He's like one of the smartest dudes I've ever met in day of my life, even outside of mechanicking. And
it's so funny because I know him on a level, but you know him on a level.
Yeah.
I've only partied with him.
Yeah.
So you're like, he's one of the smartest dudes. I'm like, are we talking about the same Scotty, dude?
Yeah. Drunk Scotty, no.
Drunk as fuck, wilding out.
He's dumb as hell. Yeah. But sober Scotty is like, dude, yes. Like, I would put that dude up against anybody, like, in anything. Like, the dude is brain smart.
Yeah.
Drunk Scotty, not just fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
I just know good time Scotty.
Yeah. And he's gonna have a good time.
Fuck yeah, he is.
Once that first beer goes down, that's it.
Oh,
that's it. Drunk Scotty's already there. Drunk Scotty's already there.
That's the most fun.
But dude, yeah, he grew up since he was in high school working for my grandpa mechanicking. So he's been doing it over 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And dude, like, he's one of the smartest dudes when it comes to mechanicking. Like, if I have a problem, I instantly call him. And like he's kind of the same way. Like, if you tell him what's going on, he can pretty much tell you, like, over the phone, like, hey, this is what you need to do, blah blah this, blah blah that.
Kind of verbal diagnosis.
Dude, yes, he's kind of the same way as my grandpa. Like, dude, it's just crazy.
That's very important to have around, man. People tell you, oh, you know, you gotta have a trade, you gotta figure out what you want to do with your life. If you taught a kid how to mechanic from a young age, it's like teaching a kid to fish. What do they say? You know, you give a kid a fish, you feed him for a day, you teach a kid a fish, you feed him for a lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Teach a motherfucker how to change a tire and do some brake pads and some oil changes.
So many that
you can set them up for success, dude. They can be making their own money.
I've never took my truck to get the oil change. I've always had to do it myself. That was one thing. Like, my grandpa, like,
it's just that simple that you shouldn't have to. That's
what
I hear.
Put that to it.
Yeah.
Get that done. And for my whole life, I've always just changed my oil.
That's what I hear from the mechanics at Avis Lube when they're changing my oil.
But no, like, that's one thing. And because that's something that gets me from point A to point B every day. Yeah, every day. Like, that's the most important thing. Like, you got to take care of that.
We were just talking about my auto repair. Like, I'm paying out the wazoo right now just for labor.
And
so
I've had Shaniqua for 10 years now.
She call that fucking truck
Shaniqua. She my girl. She's my ride or die. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Oh,
legitimate. She's legitimately rode till the wheels fell off too.
She has. Yeah. I put her through some bad things, but we've always came back and worked it out, and she's still there for me.
She's a real one.
I just put new shocks on her, just put whole new front end underneath. She don't squeak no more.
Well, that's your main bitch, but you got a mistress outside. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? No, that's less.
But no, she's my ride or die. She a real one.
Yeah, for real.
You can't find a broad like that anymore.
No, I swear, dude. They don't make them like that no more.
No, they don't. They really don't. She a real one.
I've always been a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush kind of guy. I'd rather put, $1,000 worth of repair into a vehicle than try to find something.
And dude, that's what everybody's doing. And because they know I got this business and I got money, which I don't flaunt it. I don't like. I'm broke. That's the way I look at my
Tell
life.
that to those fresh Jordan 11s you had on your feet this morning. Huh? What? Who's broke? Broke where?
The shoe game strong.
Yeah.
The shoe game strong. But no, it's just like everybody's like, why don't you just go buy a new truck? And I'm like, why? I'm like, dude, Shaniqua's fine, dude. Yeah. Like as long as I take care of her, like I'd much rather put that money into her than have a truck payment. I don't want a truck payment. Like, dude, she's so good to me. Like, and especially now, dude, vehicles are like, I might as well go buy a house.
Dude, I've talked about this recently with somebody. There's no cheap vehicles anymore.
Dude, if you're gonna get a decent vehicle, you're gonna spend $60,000 to $100,000 on that, dude. Like, I'm much rather use that to put a down payment on a house.
Even old beaters, you used to be able to go get an old beater for $1,500. That shit don't exist no more, dude.
The old beaters now, you're spending like $5,000 on
at
them.
least, dude. And they're still shitty, but they still need work. But you're spending $5,000. In the last 6-7 years, inflation has taken everything up, dude, including shitty resale vehicles.
Oh yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, everybody tell I'm like my family and a couple of my friends are like, why don't you just go buy a new truck? You got all this money. I'm like, dude, no, like,
Yeah.
because I don't look at it as that like that's like a savings to me. My like I have not touched a penny of my business money.
So
I live off my work money. Like if I'm broke from that, which I'm not, but like that's the way I look at it. Like that I have that money and that money only. Like,
yeah,
that everything that I make for my business it's like a savings to me.
absolutely.
And I invest it.
And like we were saying earlier about how, when we were young, if you wanted something, you had to work for it. You've got what you want in that truck. I feel like so many older people than us see like a brand new truck as like getting a new truck every couple of years as like, this is my reward to myself. This is how I show that I've been working hard. If I've got a reliable vehicle, it's not a flex to me to go spend an exorbitant amount of money on a new vehicle.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'd rather stack up paper and put it in the old mobile type shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I much if I'm gonna go and spend all this money, I'd much rather do it on doing it like a house or land or something like that.
And a penny saved is a penny earned.
So
I'm dropping all the gems in this one, dog. I'm dropping all the knowledge in this episode. A penny earned, a penny saved is a penny earned. Happiness. What is it? Sadness shared is what is it? Happiness shared is half happiness. Sadness shared. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, it's sadness. Happiness shared is
Just
double
give it up.
happiness. Sadness shared is half sadness.
Sure.
No. You're not hearing me. I'm dropping gems right now. I'm dropping facts.
You're dropping like half gems. Like
I know. I can't even get around. I'm trying to remember. How's it go? Half said. Anyways,
you've been watching any basketball?
I watched a bit of basketball. I didn't see the last game, and it's crazy because so many of those games got tied here in this series. They were 3-3, and I didn't watch those last game sevens, which were some of the best games.
Dude, it was.
I haven't even seen highlights. I really haven't seen anything. Last week.
Denver lost a 20-point lead they had against the Timberwolves
to get knocked out of the series. It's crazy that the Nuggets are not in
20 points, and fucking Towns and fucking Rudy Gobert, dude, they came out that second half and balled out.
They lost to Minnesota.
I think Ant only had like 14 points, but dude, his defense was locked down. And that's what he was. That's what he was talking about. He was like, dude, he was like, offense doesn't. I mean, he was like, just because you only have 4 points in a game doesn't mean nothing. He was like, there's other ways to win a game besides scoring.
Yeah, dude.
And he's definitely right on that. I mean, he went out there and locked down Murray. He locked down Murray in the second half. That second half,
it's been Ant's year. Dude, that's the only person being talked about.
I will give it to him. Like,
this is his year for sure.
And he's so cocky about it. Like it. I do like Ant, but like he's a little too much cocky about it.
Yeah,
like, I can't really say you don't be like that because he's still backing it up. I was like, he's got everything to back it up, but like, the dude is extra cocky right now.
Is it
because he waved to the Denver fans, and then Joker got in his face for it. And then they were, dude, it was like probably like 10 seconds left, and they stole the ball, and they were going to go down there, and one of their players bounced the ball to go and do a slam, and one of the Denver players came and fouled the fuck out of him.
For real?
Oh yeah, he was not about to have that happen.
He's like, fuck that, yeah. He's about to put a stamp on it, and he's like, nah.
They kept playing, dude.
We'll lose.
Denver got the ball back right after that, ran all the way down there and scored real quick. Like, dude, like, they were just like, they were pissed about it. And yeah, Joker got in his face and was like, why are you waving to the fans? Why are you waving to the fans?
You know goddamn well why. You'd be doing the same shit if it had been you.
Not Joker. Anybody else?
He's a class
I was about to say he really is a class act. Like, he's not gonna do that, but yeah, Ant was doing that.
Who is it? Anthony Towns?
Anthony Towns, and you got
Anthony Towns,
Anthony Edwards, and then you got Rudy Gobert, and then you got I don't remember the other two. I do know him. I know their faces.
Yeah,
right now,
if I was watching, I
can't think of his name. And he was been on there for a little bit. He's a good point guard.
Cat's been on some freak shit. Cat was. I've been seeing nothing on Twitter but highlights of Cat like diving for the ball. He's like in the crowd with his legs spread, like tongue hanging out and shit. He's been kind of tweaking. He's been on some freaky deaky.
He balling out, dude.
Yeah, balling out of control. It's about to kick off right now. Matter of fact,
I don't have my watch on. I'm so used to having my watch on.
Yeah,
they kick off in 2 minutes.
2 minutes, bro.
2 minutes.
This has been such an exciting series,
dude. Well, they playing our Dallas Mavericks.
Are they in Dallas today?
No, they're in Minnesota because they're the number 3 seed and Mavericks are the 5th seed.
Shit.
So yeah, they're gonna be two. The first 2 are gonna be in Minnesota. So they need to at least get 1 there.
Yeah,
they need to at least get 1 there.
Absolutely.
So, but I mean, it's kind of weird because I kind of feel like I know who's gonna guard Ant, but like whenever you go to their side, I'm like, Ant's more likely gonna guard Luka.
Yeah.
Who's gonna guard Kyrie?
Do you feel like Minnesota's gonna have that home field advantage?
I was like, you can't put their point guard on Kyrie because Kyrie gonna cross the fuck up. In which he's a good defensive player. I can't. And dude, it's bugging me not knowing his name. I'm not gonna look it up. But I mean, he's a good defensive player. But like, you're not good enough to guard Kyrie. There's not many people in the league that can guard Kyrie because of his handles. Because of his handles. Like, that's the thing about that. And then so I'm more than likely Ant's going to be on Luka, which that's going to be hard because, like, Luka's going to hit you with that fadeaway.
Do you remember who the Mavericks beat to get here?
They beat OKC. That was ranked. That was the number 1 seed. And Kyrie said out of all the series he's ever played, this was the hardest series.
Damn.
The OKC.
Shit.
Bunch of youngins. And, yeah, Kyrie said this was the hardest series.
OKC is the one with the average age of 21 years old.
23.
23.
It was like 23.8. 23.8. And they were talking about because I don't remember if it was Kansas or Kentucky in the.
Who's their GM? Leonardo DiCaprio. Good guy.
Yeah, but I can't remember if it was Kansas or Kentucky this year in the March Madness. Their average age was 23.2.
Shit.
So like, dude, yeah, like you're pretty
kids,
much
dude, bunch of babies.
But they balled out, man. They were all linked up together and they played great together. That GM better keep all them together.
All the new blood kind of is smart because the game has changed so much. They need dudes that are willing to fall in line. And all these veterans, they're not really going for it.
Yeah. But they're and you don't really usually get that. Like, you don't get a young team they instantly link up as well as they did. Like,
oh yeah, they got great chemistry.
They all have great chemistry. It's kind of wild how good of chemistry they have for as little bit of time as they had together. Because this was Chet's first year together. Well, at least starting. I mean, he came in 2 years ago, but he sat out all of last year because he was hurt. Because he got hurt in preseason. And then so he sat out all last year. And then so this was his first year to play. And just, man, you would think they would have been together 5-6 years.
Yeah.
The way they've all played together. They're like, it showed why they were the number 1 seed. Because, dude, they were good.
Yeah, they were
really good.
They work really well together.
They should have went to Game 7, but they fouled the dude and he went to the free throws and made the 2 free throws and they won by 1 point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got 3 he got 3 free throws. He made the first 2 and then purpose. Damn.
On purpose.
Purposely.
You changed the whole
purposely. There we go. Missed that shot. And yeah, there was like 2 seconds left on the clock. So they got like 1 dribble and then had to shoot it from like before half court and missed it. But dude, yeah, it was a wild game, man. And they were down by like 18 points at one time.
Yeah.
So
unreal.
They came back. I mean, but when you got Luka, dude, honestly, Dallas has got a good squad. I mean, they got Luka, they got Jones Jr., they got Hardaway Jr., they got Kyrie.
Do they got Porter Jr.?
No, Porter is with they just lost to. He's with Denver.
Ah, yeah.
He's with Denver.
Right.
But no, they got a good squad. And even the people coming off their bench is good. So
I missed probably all the Mavericks games when they went
against
OKC.
Honestly, I haven't watched a whole lot of them. I've caught a few, and in which I'm a huge basketball fan.
Yeah,
but a lot of them haven't been on TV when I've watched the basketball. It's always usually the Lakers, or it's been a lot of OKC. It's been a lot of Phoenix.
The Lakers were doing okay until they. I mean, I don't know how the series went. Again,
You got a bunch of old people over there, bro.
Yeah, much geriatric
So,
folks.
yeah, you got a bunch of old people.
It's sad because they're not too much older than us. But yeah, for the NBA,
they about to get a young Bronny James.
Yeah,
they about to get a young Bronny James. Dude, I will have to say, he looked good in the NBA workout.
He's already working out with them.
The NBA, they did their little
Combine?
like the combine, the NBA combine, and dude, he looked good. He looked hella good.
Mm-hmm.
I will give it to him. He looked good.
He definitely coming into the league?
Yeah, he's definitely coming into the league. He already had a meeting with the Lakers.
You already know it's sewn up. He's going to be a Laker.
Bron James GM, the GM.
That'd be sick.
He was at the draft sitting with the GM.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he was sitting at the combine with the GM. Like, he was behind him, but
still,
LeBron was in front. Like,
yeah,
bro. Like, yeah, everybody knows because he already said like because that's why he hasn't said that he's going to do his 5th-year option on his contract. Because he's going to see where his son's going before he even says anything. Because he said he's playing with Bronny. I think he's going to get that 1 year with Bronny and then probably call it quits.
Right. That's what I'd imagine.
I would think.
I would imagine he'd be in still.
I think Bryce is only going to be a junior next year, or maybe a senior. I know he's going to be a senior next year, so then he's going to have to go 1 year and there. So he's going to have to play another 3 more years to play with Bryce, which Bryce is better than Bronny, I think. Bryce is good. Bryce is damn good.
Well, I could see him playing with Bronny at least 1 year, but if Bryce and Bronny landed on the same team, that would be historic.
I can't really say anything because LeBron looked good this year. Like,
yeah,
41, 42.
I thought he was 39.
I thought he was in the 40s.
He's probably already. He was in the 40s. He's at least around 40 for sure. But he started when he was 20, and he's on his 18th, 19th year. I assumed he was 39, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, he's 39. He turns 40 in December.
Yeah.
But dude, like, he looked good, and he averaged. Dude, this year he averaged, I think, like 25 points. I don't remember how many. Dude, he shot 41% from threes. Dude, he did good, and like
41% from three.
He beat Curry.
That's crazy.
Percent wise in threes this year. He beat Curry. I mean, he didn't have as many shots.
Of course, he probably took 9 shots and made 5 of them or whatever.
But yeah, he shot 41% from the threes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. But like the stats that he had is stats that people have won MVP of the league for.
Who'd they give it to? Have they?
Yeah.
They give it to Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, they gave it to Joker.
And he deserved it. I'm not taking anything away from Joker.
And then I think it was SAG, the dude from OKC, or is it SGA, or I don't remember.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, he got second, and then Luka got third. But Luka,
they put Gilgeous-Alexander over Luka.
He balled out this year.
Really?
I mean, I would have put anyone. Luka did good. He got a scoring title this year.
Nice.
But no, yeah, dude, it was close. I mean, it's a possibility that he should have won MVP because he played fucking good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Well, this is game 1. Who do you got? Who do you think is going to win? I'd love to see the Mavericks win, but who do you think is going to win? Game 1 in Minnesota. I'm
going to say game 1. I'm going to say Minnesota. I'm going to say because I think they've only had like a 2-day rest.
Yeah.
I think that like couple extra day rest for the Mavericks is going to hurt them. Because most of the time when you come off a long rest, not long, but for them it's most of the time you don't come out and play as good that game as you do. But I'm gonna say they win or Minnesota wins first game and Dallas wins second game, wins third game. Go Minnesota fourth game. They go back to Minnesota. I'm gonna say Dallas wins that one, so they're gonna go up 3-2, and then they go back to Dallas and they win in Dallas. I'm gonna say they win in Game 6.
Damn.
I'm gonna say they win Game 6. Pretty much what they did this time.
I like those picks.
I'm gonna say that's what they do.
I like those picks. I hope you're wrong.
You want Minnesota to do it?
No, I thought you were saying Minnesota finishes in Dallas.
No, I'm saying Dallas finishes.
Oh,
in Dallas.
Okay.
I'm saying Minnesota game 1, Dallas game 2, Dallas
Back to
game
Dallas
3.
for 3.
And Dallas, they're back in Dallas, and Dallas wins game 3. Minnesota wins game 4.
Back to Minnesota.
Back
for
to Minnesota
5.
for 5, and Dallas wins that one. And then Dallas goes back to Dallas, and
For
they win
6
game
wins.
6.
Okay.
That's my call.
Okay. Well, then I'd like to see it happen. I'd like to see Dallas at least get to the finals.
And I thought, at least after game 1, because Celtics are playing the Pacers. And dude, Pacers are kind of like OKC. Like, they don't really have a whole lot of big name players.
That's what I was about to say. Who did they beat to get here? Miami?
No, they beat
The Pacers?
yeah, dude, they beat a good team too. Fuck around, man. That's gonna bug me now.
That would have been the last team.
They beat the Knicks. They beat the Knicks.
Oh,
They beat the Knicks in game 7.
Yeah, dude, the
Yes.
Knicks were doing so fucking good. Brunson showing his ass.
Brunson
dude.
left in like the 3rd quarter with a fractured hand. I
Ah,
think it was 3rd. It might have been early 4th.
that's a big
But
momentum
yeah,
shift, dude.
He left. He
Losing
left
Brunson.
for a fractured hand.
That's fucked up.
Well, he balled out. I will give it to him.
It was a good year for Brunson, dude. Brunson showed his ass.
And neither one of those teams have a whole lot of big name players, but man, they look good.
Mm-hmm.
They look good.
I couldn't tell you one fucking person on the Pacers. I can't believe
Halliburton.
Halliburton.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But no, dude, they're so linked up. They're really. Oh, they got your boy from the Raptors.
Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, Siakam's over there. He's over there.
I
I forgot about that. They got him before the trade deadline.
OG Anunoby left the Raptors too, and I forgot where he went. But he was getting
he's
talked
with the
about a lot
Knicks.
this year.
He was with the Knicks. He got hurt and he came back for game 7
Mhm.
because I think he has like a hamstring or abdominal or something like that. I don't remember. But
I remember he was doing all right earlier in the year. He was getting talked about a lot. OG.
yeah, he was balling out during the playoffs until he got hurt.
Shit.
He was helping them out a lot. He really was. He was balling out. I will give it to him. But no, they're linked up.
Well,
They were linked up, but yeah, Halliburton, dude, for not having nobody, they're doing good.
we got Minnesota and we
And
got Dallas. Who's on the other side of this?
Boston and Indiana Pacers.
Boston's who I'm forgetting.
Yeah, Boston almost lost the other night.
I
Dude,
heard that.
they were up, dude. They first came out the first quarter. They were up 12-0, and then they came back and just they made a run, and then they took it into OT and came back and won it in OT. They almost lost it. They almost lost in the 4th quarter. But,
Hell yeah.
yeah, and just dude, they're good. And Halliburton's got the ugliest shot. Everybody goes in all the damn time. Dude, his shot is ugly, but man, he makes it work.
I watched a few Knicks games. It's kind of fucking me up that they lost to the Pacers.
Dude, I'm not even a Knicks fan.
I'm not either. But
I enjoyed watching them, man.
They were so good this season.
Their crowd is like you don't get a crowd like that.
Yeah, dude. One of my favorite comedians goes to all their games, and he's been talking about it nonstop. Sam Morril.
Oh yeah,
He's been talking about it nonstop. They're like dapping him up because they recognize him now.
Oh yeah,
He was in that Joker movie, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. He was in it for a split second.
Yeah.
Like when he goes through stand up.
but man, dude,
Sam Morril's
the
doing
thing,
stand-up.
and then the other thing about the Knicks, there's so many stars there. So many stars. Chris Rock, Spike Lee. I mean, you name them.
Yeah.
They're there, dude.
All the
There's so many
New
good
York
people.
big wigs, man.
Oh yeah, dude, and it's someone different every night. But that's the one thing. Whenever you go to the Knicks game, like that crowd's gonna be loud, and there's gonna be so many stars.
Well, with Lakers, it was always Jack Nicholson growing up. My
Yeah.
dad would
Oh, yeah.
point out Jack Nicholson.
Always, he was always front row.
Yeah. And I love that for like Golden State, it's always E40. You
Yeah.
always see E40 over there for Golden State. For the Pelicans, you always see Currency.
That and you always see Lil Boozy.
Little Boozy.
Yep,
Boozy be pissing me off at the basketball
dude,
games.
I saw him on
And
Twitter.
fucking-
I've been dabbling into Twitter a little
Yeah,
bit
there
more.
you go.
I'm trying I'm trying to get all that porn off my deal. You said if I watch it, if I watch it more,
Yeah,
than
like a couple videos,
It's
send a
getting better.
couple.
It's getting better.
Good,
It's
man.
not as much. I can
I had to
scroll.
show my
I
wife
can,
my timeline. She was like, "Let me see yours." I was like, "Dude, it's all normal." She was
Yeah.
like, "Go to your For You." It's all normal. There's no titties. There's no porn fighting.
yeah, it's getting better. It is getting better. I'm liking things, so it is getting better. But I mean, it will occasionally. I will get that porn pop up.
You can't scroll
I was
Twitter.
about to say, yeah.
It'll let you, but the algorithm's fucked up, so it gives
It
you
is. It's-
weird
It is.
videos.
It is.
It takes you to the
We
Middle
always talk
East.
about how the Twitter's fucked up.
You can
man.
scroll the timeline, but you can't click one video and try to swipe it as if it's TikTok. You can't swipe videos. It gives you fucked up videos. The algorithm is not it.
Yeah. It's now I forgot where I was going.
But you were
with it.
talking about seeing what's his name on Twitter, Abusi. at
Oh,
the
dude, yeah,
games.
he was.
That's where I saw his ass on Twitter.
He was on Twitter the other day with some girls, and they were at the beach. The dude's got an ankle monitor on while he's at the beach and everything like that. And they're like, dude, he's still rocking it. I was like, yeah, he's with 2 white girls on the beach. I guess they saw him and stuff like that. And wanted to
Motherfucker,
take a picture.
46 years old,
Bro, has
still
an
on
ankle,
house arrest.
Yeah, dude had an ankle monitor on.
His ass ain't
rocking
never
that
gonna
shit.
change.
Like,
bro.
yeah,
He ain't
had a
never gonna
drink in
change.
his hand and everything. Like, bro, you on social media with the drink with the ankle monitor on. Like, no fucks.
Ain't nobody
given.
gonna tell him no, bro.
Dude,
Boozy
no.
badass.
And I was like, dude, yeah, Boozy just wild.
Yeah, he's a fucking he's a legend.
Dude,
He's a staple, Louisiana staple.
Yeah, he really is.
So fucking funny. Seeing him with Webby warms the heart. But now he's over there shucking and jiving and dancing like motherfucking what's that? Tootsie. Isn't that what the one dude's name that did the Drake has that song Tootsie Slide, and it was always that light skinned bald dude like dancing all shucking and jiving and shit. I saw Boosie dancing like that at the game, and they took out the movie and
Well,
put
the
in
thing
like
about Boozy, man, he was getting some hella jerseys. Like, dude, he's getting some
because he
big
forces
name jerseys.
motherfuckers to take them off. He shakes
Yeah.
their hands like, "Give me that jersey,
Yeah.
come off it." And it's like
Yeah.
you can't ask for it, bro. They have to give it to you out of respect. That's how you
Dude,
get
yeah,
it.
he's
ask for
he's
it.
got some hella jerseys.
You're
I
acting
will
like a
give him
Make a
that.
Wish kid. Like you can't just fucking ask
Make a
for it.
make a
You
wish.
can't just ask for it. They gotta give it to you. It's like the key to the city or something. They have to give it to you. They have to present it to you.
Yeah.
You know, you can't ask him to. But fucking,
I'm sure his wild ass does have a key to the city.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. Baton Rouge, he's got to have the key to Baton
Yeah,
Rouge.
he does.
He's got to be the king of Baton Rouge. I imagine when he's in, but I don't know, a lot with rappers, especially stirring up so much beef over his 20-year career and shit. Some people can't go back home. A lot of rappers, you go home, that's where you die. Like XXXTentacion, he got killed going home. He went home he's from Florida, and he tried to buy a motorcycle, and motherfuckers stalked him, caught him in traffic, killed him. I think P&B Rock, I don't know where he was from, but he got killed just hanging out at a Waffle House. His girlfriend put the location on her story. They came and killed him. A lot of people get killed at home, especially like when it comes to rappers. So dudes be scared to go home.
Young Dolph too, wasn't it?
Dolph was at home in Memphis.
Yeah,
dude,
like
at the same cookie shop that he goes to all the time.
donut shop or
Dude,
something like
probably
that.
been going there his whole life.
Yeah.
Got killed at home, man. Fucking some dudes will not go back. Like I know for a while, Lil Durk wouldn't go back to Chicago. Now after he got huge.
That's a different kind of
He
a breed
did.
though. Like Chicago's like
Keef.
one of our worst cities in the
Chief
world.
Chief Keef is like who the guy that made Chicago hot in 2011. He won't go back to Chicago. He stays in LA.
Isn't Chief Keef from? Is he from Chicago?
Yeah, he's from O Block, just like Durk.
Oh, okay.
They're both from O Block.
For some reason, I was thinking Chief was from Louisiana too.
Nah, Chicago. He made Chicago hot. Like he's the reason Chicago drill rap, like all that.
I think he just came out with another
album, Almighty
Let's
So too.
say.
I was listening to it in the car when I pulled up. It's so
Let's
good,
say.
man. It's so good. His last album, Phone Him, that album where it's like the green toy soldiers on the cover.
Yeah.
It's probably
I haven't heard it, but I saw on Twitter they were talking about his album that dropped.
That Phone Him album is like top 10 albums to come out in the past 20 years for sure. Every song is good. This new album is very good too.
You listen to the new Gunna album?
I haven't heard it yet. 101.
Yeah.
Is it good?
I heard it was. I've heard some songs on it because my buddy Charles at work, he was listening to it while he was cleaning stuff.
Yeah.
And he's got some fire stuff on
He's
there.
still
But
got a nice flow.
I haven't listened to all of it. He said it was fire. Yeah, he said it was fire. But
the album he came
I
out
with
last year when he first like got out of jail and shit, that album was good.
Yeah.
It's called Gift and a Curse. That album was good. It was really good. You know, he didn't have many friends left after all this. Like Young Thug's been in prison for 2 years now behind all this shit.
Young Thug?
Yeah. Because Young Thug and Gunna, they were always partners. Gunna got out immediately. But Gunna did admit that a judge asked him if he was part of the YSL street gang, which you're supposed to be like, it's not a gang, we're a record label. He just said yes. That's like what everybody hates him for right now. Instead of saying no, we're not a gang, and trying to defend himself in court like Thug is doing, he was just like, yeah, I'm a part of that gang. So you're identifying. I mean, you're the right hand man of the main guy, and you are saying, yes, we're a gang. That's all they need to like indict everybody on a RICO predicate. So I mean, I guess that and other thing, but I mean, that's like the main thing why everybody's like, oh, he's a rat, he's a snitch. He really didn't say anything, except he probably just shouldn't have spoke at all. But you go to court, the judge is talking to you, you can't just ignore it.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
But I didn't keep up with it like that.
But so many people fell off Gunna for that.
I was about to say I haven't really fucked with Gunna till this album dropped and Charles was telling me about it.
He's got some bangers from back in the day.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely listened to his old music and stuff like that, but I haven't paid attention to this new one.
He's still good, man. There's been a lot of good music dropping lately. The Chief Keef album is really good.
Yeah, Coach. Got to talk about him all the time.
Shout out, Coach.
Shout out, Coach.
Shout out, Coach. What up, Coach?
He said he been listening to us, and he was like, damn, y'all cuss a lot on there.
No more than his black ass. That motherfucker cuss up a storm. He cuss more than most I know.
And then he was like, Malcolm don't know shit about football. He was like,
I'll be the first to tell you.
He's like, that motherfucker don't know shit about football. He didn't know back in the day, because I'd be like, get your ass out of there. But he was like, man, y'all are so damn funny. He was like, I was showing my boss. I was like, look at these two guys. He was like,
so funny, man.
I was like, that's what he said. He was like, y'all be going. I was like, Coach, you cuss a lot.
He cusses
constantly. Like, you come in and he's like, what the fuck y'all got?
Every other word is, y'all ain't got shit.
Y'all ain't never got shit in here. Y'all ain't never got shit in here.
It's his favorite thing to say. I saw him at the other shop across the street, and he was like, I was like, yeah, they got some nice guns, man. They got shit in here. I got all this shit. So yeah, I know you got it, but they got it too. That motherfucker, man. I'm glad he's still watching.
I know.
I don't see him.
I was like, I still got to throw him out there.
Yeah, dog, I don't see him nearly enough. Shout out that man. Wild card, dude.
Yeah. Well, you got anything else, my boy?
I think we covered it, dog. We better go ahead and get to these finals because game one is on right now.
So we're gonna see. So catch y'all next time. We definitely won't take a break like we did. My fault.
It's all good. We had a little hiatus.
Jim's fault, actually.
Yes.
But
Jim, get it under control.
Yeah, get it under Jim.
I told Jim we are gonna go out soon. He never hit me. I'm gonna hit him up on some angry shit. I hope you see this episode.
Yeah, I'll make sure he sees this episode. I'm gonna send it to him. You should label it Jim.
Yeah, I'll be like for Jim or something like that, or like R.I.P. Jim or something like that. I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I'm gonna tap you in, Jimbo. But until next week, man.
Next time. Like I said, y'all got anything y'all want to talk about? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. If y'all want to jump on this, y'all want to get on here and talk.
Yeah. If you got our numbers, call.
I was about to say, call us. We'll get you on anytime. Anytime. We'll get you on and you can talk whatever you want. Yeah. But we don't talk just sports. We talk about everything.
We can shoot the shit for show. If you want to talk sports, if you want to talk current events, let's get into it. Hit us in the comments. Let us know what y'all want to see, what y'all want to talk about. And maybe next go around, we'll be watching the game. We'll post the game up and then we'll watch and talk shit.
There we go.
I like it.
Till next time.
The